Hello and welcome to another episode of Basic Craft. Today, I'm gonna attempt to be quieter than usual. For you see, my roommate is currently sleeping, napping, snoring. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to be not as loud as usual maybe, but I never tend to be very loud during these anyways, so okay. So, since my last little episode of Basic Craft, a few things have occurred. I can't think of necessarily anything bad, but I will do away with the first and I'm gonna say only bad news here, which is that I have yet to get my ADHD meds. That's right. Half a year has passed, and I believe I need to double check this. I need to check the dates and everything, but it's either still been just half a year, or I shouldn't say just. It's either been half a year, or like 7 months, or it's about to be 7 months since I applied for that, and I'm still waiting on my therapist appointment just to see if I could even start trying that. So yeah, fucking genuinely goddamn sane that I'm still waiting on that, but there's not much I can do. And before anybody says that may or may not be new, I have gone through as much effort as I possibly can. I called them and made sure like there was nothing else I had to do or nothing was wrong. Like I did that 2 months in, but I'm very much not opposed to doing it again at this point, just because of how utterly long it has been since last I did so. In fact, it's obviously been 4 months, potentially 5 months since I did that, so I'm most certainly not opposed to doing such an action. But I did say that was the only bad news, and I was not lying. Now I would be a lot more excited about this if I wasn't trying to keep my voice down. But $27, the song that I released in October, and the 27th, ironically enough, again, complete coincidence, has popped the fuck off and got 1,000 plays. It got added to some sort of playlist and made it do pretty damn well. And before, I was sitting on about 15 monthly listeners, which I didn't consider to be bad at all. But that number has now been completely and utterly dwarfed, nay, completely destroyed, utterly demolished. Fucking bye-bye, holy shit. Because it is now about 473 off the top of my head. A completely insane number, by the way. I cannot stress that enough. Insane number. It was especially crazy because I released that song and it got a very healthy, like 100 listens, and I consider that to be very good. I was not necessarily blown away, but I was most certainly, my phone fucking went off, I was most certainly extremely pleased, as one can imagine. It was my second best performing song behind Don't Lose It, which on YouTube got 200 views, which I was very, very pleased by at the time. But yes, $27 did very well on Spotify. 100 listens. and then it went completely dormant until this month, where again it popped the fuck off in an unimaginable way. I say unimaginable because I would never have imagined it to happen, and I'm extremely pleased, and I would be showing that off way more if I had the ability currently to yell, scream, yelp, and hoo-ha. Hoo-ha, hee-hee, hee-hee-hee-ha. But yes, I'm very pleased by that. And it gave me a nice boost of vigor upon making my food album. Now, don't get me wrong here. I never had issues with making the food album at all. It wasn't as if I was getting discouraged or anything like that while creating it. That has not happened, and most likely will not happen. But it's like, I was excited to make it, but now I'm like especially excited to make it, you know? It was a boost onto my already happy self about making the food album. But yes, so $27 is done very, very well for itself, and I'm extremely pleased by that. But yes, now onto the food album. The food album itself. How is that going? Any progress? Yes, very much so. Nothing but progress, really. In fact, just yesterday, I finished writing 2 additional songs to the album, and currently I am sitting at 8 fully written out songs, which I am very pleased by myself, obviously. But the progress of that song, of that album, I'm sorry, is going very well. I also finally came up with a name for the album that I will not disclose until the album itself is finished, because I think the name is really rather funny. And I want the people out there, the great people out there, to have the surprise of finding out the name. Such as my dearest friend, Car. Shout out to Car. But yes, progress on the food album is forevermore very steady and going very, very well. It will release when it is ready. I refuse to give a date onto it because I do not have any real reference as to when it will be finished. But it will be finished. It will get finished. That I can 100% guarantee. It's just a matter of sort of when. The steps to making music are more than you would think. I will illuminate you all on that in just a moment. I will continue to speak. I've never spoke this formal in one of these, but again, I'm trying to watch myself in my loudness, so it just sort of, by proxy, makes me talk a little more with thought, as it were. Next on the agenda, as I usually talk with these, videos. What are you doing? What do you do for videos? The Canada vlogs have been rather stagnant for a sizable amount of time. However, because of recent events, I should be able to continue work with those rather soon. I've also stated that I am working on a video that that I said straight up would release this month. Now, I'm kinda stupid dumb, stinky icky brain, no good dummy, and haven't really worked on it that much. However, I do still believe I could probably get it out this month if I really hunker down and actually fucking work on the goddamn thing. So, the next update on that will be, well, at start of next month, because by then you will know if that particular League video has released or not. If you want to know what the video is of, it is of my first League stream where I started the whole thing about seeing if I'm better than Logwig, which is on my Vaughn channel if you would like to check that particular stream out, or any subsequent streams I have done afterwards. Let me think for a minute. I have not talked about me drawing. Oh no, sorry. I'm gonna start about the Twitch first. I may do a sort of Christmassy-esque stream where it would essentially just be me playing a game, but more Christmassy than usual. It wouldn't be anything special necessarily, but yeah. Side behind the scenes thing, what also a behind the scenes thing is I was actually going to release a Christmas song for the season, as it were, but that did not end up happening, sadly. However, you can expect next year's Christmas to get a specially crafted Christmassy song from me, if not multiple, that I will have prepared beforehand, before the season, before the month even begun. So definitely expect that for next year. You might be wondering, what about a New Year's thing, Easter thing, Halloween thing? Maybe, but probably not, unless I say otherwise. On to the next thing. Let me think for a minute, because I don't know if there necessarily is too much more here. My friend JB Sun, you may have seen him in past streams. Probably on the Vaughn channel, but maybe not. But yes, my friend JB Sun has plans to open a Minecraft server, and chances are I will be streaming on that Minecraft server when it comes out. So I would say you are safe to assume that there will be some Minecraft content coming in the future in form of streams and maybe videos. I had forgotten something, but I'm glad I remembered it. I'm never too good in sort of in the moment things like this. I will be making a trip to the Netherlands. And whilst I am in said Netherlands, I will most likely record a few things here and there. Now, this will not be a Canada vlog size video with multiple videos coming from it. Most likely it might be like a smaller sort of 20-minute thing, instead of something that will most likely be larger like the Canada vlogs. But that remains to be seen. That might not be anything from that, you know, we'll see. There's definitely going to be some sort of content coming from that, be it a drawing or a picture here or there, or another song perhaps, like the EP that I released some while ago in whatever month comes after March. I forget what the name of that one is right now. January? I don't know, I can't remember. But yes, expect a song in the same vein as that, aka I get high and freestyle. So yes, expect that. Also, in other news, I am purchasing, or rather, I have purchased a new microphone that I'm not currently using, that I will be starting to use as soon as I can. It is one of those microphones where you need a audio mixer box thing, whatever it's called, audio studio. I don't know what it's called. You need one of those to... It's essentially you plug the microphone into this device, and then you plug that device into your computer or whatever that you're using, so that you may, well, use it. So expect that. I might also put some money forth to buy a better webcam for the streams and that sort of thing. I've been thinking about it for a while. But that's sort of like, you know, I might do that. I don't need to do that, so, you know. Also, that better microphone that I was talking about just a second ago will be used for the food album. I should also mention, I don't know if I've said this anywhere, but the food album is all me. The concept of the food album was, like, the first stage of it was, I want to make an album that is all me. Not only do I want to make my first album, but I want it to be all me. I do all the editing, I do all the recording, like I do everything. Because I have never really, like, there's only a few times that I've done everything with the song. You know, except the track. I've never made the track for a song, but you know what I mean. It's not really been a lot of times that I've done everything myself. So that's sort of the whole idea for it. And then, you know, it's called the food album because the theme is food, which is just an add-on, really, more than anything else. So yes, that all the album, everything will be all me, except the tracks. There might be one track in there that will be me, but then sort of like, you know, I've been thinking about it, so, you know, I might do that. Also, it will most certainly have at least one custom-made track just for the album that I didn't just find by scouring YouTube. So expect that. And when I say that, I don't mean that as in like, I made that track. I mean like, I wrote the lyrics and then a track was made for the lyrics, that sort of thing. And that, I suppose that might be me that has done that, but you see what I'm saying, like, yeah. Now to hark back to what I was talking about before, about music creation, I feel like generally people, and this is including me initially, and I think still, to some degree, they don't realize all the steps it truly takes to make a song, especially not a great song. You have to do quite a number of different things. And I think for this, I'm going to stand still for a moment, just so I can really think as I talk and not have to worry about moving. Here you go. There are so many steps to really making music. Finding or making a beat, switching around that beat here and there maybe, writing the entire songs, rewriting, changing things here and there, and then figuring out either as you're writing or after writing the affliction, let me put it in other words, the way you sing it and how you sing it and the tempo of how you sing it, and just generally speaking, the way you sing it. And like ad-libs, secondary vocals, re-recording those vocals to get the right sort of feeling or momentum that you would want from it. And then audio mixing the stuff to make it sound a particular way, be it better, worse, yada yada, and then like retooling that to sound better or in like another specific way, and bouncing that out, making sure it's good, maybe doing it again a few times, buying the license for the track that you have used so that you can use it, or just buying the track in general. Those two are different things. And then actually like putting it out there, maybe promoting it as well. There's just a lot of steps to it, and there can be even more steps than that to making a song. And that's not even to mention making a song great or good. You know, if you fuck up any of those steps, or something just doesn't go quite right or whatever, the song could suffer from it. That happened with $27. In the beginning, I don't like how I sang in the beginning, but now it's too late to really change it. I can't go back, re-record that, and then release the song again, you know, unless I have a good reason to do that, like making an album, and $27 will be part of that, and then it's like a new version of it or something, you know. But then I would change around some other things too, maybe the lyrics, maybe whatever, you know. Point is, making a good song is way harder than I think some people will give it credit for. Now, when I say some people, I'm not referring to anybody in specific. I know it may sound that way, but I really am not. I'm just saying I feel like the general public really don't necessarily understand how genuinely hard it is to make music. And this is not coming from somebody that gets like a barrage of hate or criticism against my music. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I wouldn't mind the criticism. But still, this is not coming from somebody like that. I'm far too unknown to get that sort of thing. I'm just merely saying that making music, good music that people enjoy and listen to, is a lot harder than you may think. There's a lot more steps to it. A lot of time and effort invested into it, you know? Like $27 took me weeks to write, and then even longer to, you know, get in, record all the vocals, get it mixed, you know, doing some of the ad-libs, or, you know, getting the sound effects or whatever, and then, like, getting it released. Like, all the steps that it takes to make music is, like, it's a lot harder than you think. You should appreciate the work that these artists will put into this stuff, you know. Obviously, the food album I'm making is just like a silly little thing or whatever, but I think after the food album, I'm probably gonna make my first real, serious album. And, you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just appreciate how much work it takes to make music, and the people that take the time and effort to make that great music, you know. It's way harder than you would think. Now, I don't believe myself to have anything in particular to add. I suppose the one thing I have to add is, much like $27, the album will have a custom cover made all by me, most likely anyways. I would like to shoot a music video for it if it becomes, if it does well, and sort of how everything goes. I may not have as much time to allocate to my music, YouTube, streaming as I did before. Not that I'm full-time on really any of these things, but still. Because in February, I will officially, fully be starting my job search. So wish me luck then. By then. It's either going to be February or the month afterwards. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. I will be doing that. Let me think for but a moment to see if there is something else for me to mention in this update series I call Basic Craft. Yes. Many moons ago, I stated I would do a 100 subscribers special because of my YouTube channel Soft Sebby, of which reached, as you may have surmised, 100 subscribers. This is still true. I plan on doing a 100 special stream for that particular thing. It shall last 24 hours. And when shall I do it, you may be asking? Relatively soon, I believe. It shall not be long until I finally get to doing that stream. It's been on the back burner for a very long time, and soon I shall do that action of, well, streaming and doing the special. Will I do it on YouTube or Twitch? Probably Twitch. It's just easier and nicer altogether. I might still split up the stream to 2 parts just to make sure that it gets saved. But we shall see about that. Yet again, I shall think. Yes. I do have a few stream plans for specific little things that I will probably also do maybe next month. So stay tuned for some more special-esque streams perhaps coming. I have also copped a new piece of fine drip that I will be posting on either Instagram, Twitter, or both. So stay tuned for that, because my god, am I looking fucking amazing. Now let me think again before I continue. I'm just making sure I don't miss anything. I think there is nothing left for me to give an update on. Not that I can think of, at least. So yeah, that is it. That is fully it. I am done with this little update. And I shall bid you all farewell. Let me do as I always do and grab a little screenshot for the thumbnail. Look at me. Look at Steve, man. Look at classic style Steve. Get that. No. There we go. But yeah, no, I think that is officially it. I can't think of another thing to really necessarily talk about. I guess I released two ambient tracks on SoundCloud if you are privy to checking that out. As always, if you missed a stream, it is on the VOD YouTube channel. Linktree in description. Updates on all my things and ongoings are on Discord. I have a Twitter where I very occasionally post, and an Instagram where I even more occasionally post. My main YouTube channel is sebby. I can't remember the rest right now. And this is my secondary channel, Quick Slop, where I make these unedited videos where I give updates and post little here and there's that do not fit in the sebby catalog, for I believe them to be far too sidelined to be a main attraction. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I shall see you either on Twitch or another time on a basic craft let's play. Goodbye.